For this, I'm going to go over a quick presentation of how here at DreamPlay you will turn your ideas into trackable micro assets. So this is a progressive economy without speculation. So you want to take some of the speculation, some of the hype out because people are building their life in the future here. And so people want to feel as though it's solid, secure, it's safe, it's sustainable, and it's scalable. All right. So ideas have value. And here at DreamPlay, the content, right? Ideas, content, right? Not just ideas and opinions, but content. You can turn those content, piece of content into a micro asset. Okay. So you bring an idea, get to believe it, progress it one step, you sell it for more than you started off at. People want to sell it early to flip, keep moving to be able to make a little bit of money, keep going. Some people are going to build out over a period of time. The micro assets, belief, validated price, and transferable. The builder, you grow it step by step, earn from the progress you create. So the role you post, build, flag, flip. Okay. Earnings, belief, money, work, pay. Flip value. Okay. So you'll be able to get the opportunity to flip, make a little bit of money on the beginning. Okay. The sponsor, support early, got real people and sure upside without blind speculation. So the system is going to do its best to, by taking these steps, every time a person or a dream takes a step, it removes some of the uncertainty because you can see that that work has developed more. It's clearer, it's cleaner, it's at a higher level, there's more work done to it, it's less susceptible to spam or people just trying to game the system, right? So the further along, the more you can see. Further along, the more you can see. And so you got these two people working together, the sponsors and the builders. Okay, two paths operating side by side, one shared marketplace. So here's what we're looking at as well. See, people go out there and they post their dream and their dream comes up. Dream comes up. Somebody believe in it, or you got 10 people that believe in it, 15 people that believe in it. What we're proposing is that 60% of that is immediate cash for the creative to eat, get online, keep doing whatever they got to do. I'm calling that a little bit of hustle money, right? That's so people can keep getting the hustle on. If you're in Africa or somewhere else and you're trying to keep the electricity on or your data on so you can keep on working on your dream, the funds that come in, you raise the funds, a percentage of those funds will go into the availability for the person who can continue to do what they got to do in order to keep on moving. 40% as a minimum stays locked inside the system to increase the baseline of value. So 40% of that stays inside. So every dollar does two jobs, sustains work, and grows the asset. Micro loop, first 40 days. We really focus on this first 40 days because we want to perfect this. In this 40 days, you're going to see is the foundational layer. And as most times, the foundation is actually super, super strong. Why is that? Because the person can begin with an idea valued at $0. And it's never really valued at $0, especially once it gets on a piece of paper. The first thing is bringing the idea onto what we used to say a piece of paper, but now you don't have to put it on paper anymore. You can put it on a screen or a PDF, or you could put it on a digital piece of paper, right? But you could take that, add a little bit of belief to it. So take that idea, that post, add belief to it, as you see on our system, shows the life. It means that some living person, went and deposited $1 on it. Okay, wow, that's alive. That's okay, that works. Next, a person is able to link that to the discovery. So zero here, $1, a belief, they can sell that for 240, and which by the way is people in Africa, that 240 comes in, that's all commissionable as well. Somebody that's $2.40, that's commissionable. But it also means that there's money that can come to you already. $3 on the discovery. Okay. $3 on the discovery. So if you're able to create a post, get some belief behind it, and add a discovery, or be discovered. Say, hey, look at me over here. I'm this person. My name is, like you've seen before, my name is XYZ, and my dream is to do this, right? And they're discovered. Now that increases the value in the dream. And so therefore, at that point, we increase that value by another $3 on here. Flag. So right along the way, you can see how a person can start with an idea from $0, go to $2.40, $3, $5, $8 to $12. Okay. So this is somebody, and then from there, they can sell it, progress, quick win, keep growing, value 25, $50, $100. So somebody can start here with our system today, can start here with their system and start walking this out step by step. And you can make money along the way. And if you're in Africa, you're able to sell something on here for up to almost 100 USD, which is, I think that is 172 or 1,700 Rand. I'm not sure the Nigerian conversion rate, but you could convert that to Naira. But you come here, you can make that. And it's just like any place else. You do the work, you post it, you post the work in our marketplace. And so somebody like it, and they can buy it from you. Somebody like your work, which is good to focus on good quality work. Somebody likes your work, then what can happen? Then they might decide they want to sponsor your work, right? They might want to sponsor your work, which is beautiful and helpful because if you in Africa or any developing nations, whether it be Africa or somewhere developing in Asia or something, wherever you are, the people are able to come start, put some work in, grow it, make it flip, make a little bit of money, and people that see the action, let's call it sponsoring for our system, but it's almost like hiring somebody. If you were chosen when work is available and people could see your work, people can click and say, oh, I see what, Johnny's doing, or I see what Hope is doing, or Zaza is doing. You know what? Let me go ahead. I want to buy one of their themes. And it doesn't have to be somebody on this side, somebody else in South Africa or wherever. They could raise the same money there and spread the same money there. Somebody in Nigeria could buy Zaza's dream in South Africa. And somebody in South Africa could buy somebody's dream in Zimbabwe, and so on and so forth. Okay. Nigeria could buy dreams in Ghana and vice versa, and support each other. Or they could have an auntie or uncle in the US or anywhere else that they can call on to help them to support their dream and keep it growing. So this is a way people can actually not be given fish, but have the full strength and, quite calm inside of them, knowing that they could use their God-given talents, birthright talents, which is the ability to be able to produce something and be able to find a way to be able to catch a little bit of fish. In other words, find a way to be able to eat for that day and other days going forward. So this is something I'm extremely proud about for our system, because it means then that people can come here and they could find a way to make some money while they're building their future. They can work on it on a part-time, if this is their part-time at first. So the part-time makes more than their full-time eventually. Okay. That's the dream, that's the goal. So here's what the map looks like over a longer period of time. But right now we're just really focused on these first 120 days. But you're gonna find people that specialize in these different areas. Okay. Specialize in these different areas. So you're gonna have the foundational area. And that's people that are really super focused on making sure the pitch is right? Making sure you got a nice prototype, you got some customer interviews, there's gonna be people that will be focused on these areas right here. And they're gonna bring a lot of value to people that don't want to spend all that time in these first 140 days, these first 40 days. Okay. Says here, synthesis, value increases as exclusive. Our value increases are exclusively triggered by verifiable project milestones, completely eliminating speculation bubbles. So, when this happens, the price increases by this amount. This is our suggested resale price. Okay. They 40 to 80, what's your minimal viable product? What is it that you need to get out there so people can say, okay, I want to buy that. I want to invest more in that. Okay, so people in Africa, you'd be able to put this out, and people, anywhere else can say, hey, I like that person's idea. Let me sponsor that idea. Okay. If you don't get sponsorship, doesn't mean your idea is bad. This means you might need to remix it, tweak it, or look for other people that might be of the same taste as you. Right? If somebody has certain kind of music, it might be better to find people that like that same kind of music because they'll support it. But if that's not your kind of music, you might not support it. Doesn't mean it's bad music. Just means that you gotta this platform is beautiful in that is a mirror of value. Whatever you put out, the system will reflect to you. Is that I can promise you, if people believe that your idea is worth $10 and you list it for seven, people are gonna buy it all day long. But if you think it's worth 10 and people think it's worth five, then nobody's going to buy it for six, right? And so before you spend hours and countless amount of time, this is a perfect platform for you to lightly test your ideas so you can get feedback from people. And how you know, not if they come on a call and say, hey, I like that, that's a great idea. You wouldn't get feedback from them when you see that they support your dream with $1. Okay? And there's no limit on that. 100 people can like your dream today that you posted, and that could be $100. And if we keep our split the way we're talking about, that means you can make $60 by just enough people seeing it, which means that your job is part visibility, bringing people to the platform to actually see your dream. So those people come in, increase the belief, the sheer belief, and those dreams kind of start rising to the top. So people know, hey, a lot of people believe in this dream. Now, people can't really game the system if you believe in the dream, but you don't believe in it, no mean you got to go chase it, right? So people will start to support things that they believe in, and that's the entire core part of this thing. All foundations, all economies, all societies are built on belief. Okay? So this is how we build belief step by step, day by day. Everybody here knows what every step is worth in terms of a day, but also in terms of belief. Every single day you're walking into more belief in your project and in this system and what it does for you, really, because the system is really your system. Okay, anti-speculation and royalties. So we might tighten up some of these numbers here, but this is kind of give you the framework for it. Right. So the original creator of the dream always gets the largest base share. This is for the creator, active builder, person actually performing progression work is paid for a real labor, and for the sponsor, person that actually sponsors the activity. Okay, person that actually sponsors the activity. So you might have created some work. Somebody else is building it with you or building it together with you. And then the sponsor is the person that is, I'll read them here too. You create original owner of the dreams, always gets the largest share. Active builder, the person actually performing the progression work is paid for real labor. And then the sponsor, the provider of early capital, earns a structured return, strictly capped at 2x the multiple or over a period of time, right? So that'll get tweaked up a little bit and tightened up a little bit. But that's it. You can sponsor a person and you're going to earn from them until you get back twice whatever you sponsor them with, or it'll be a particular time period. But that person will be free to continue to make money, devoid of any external pressure, any external liens going forward. But really, it's like a person wanting to drive Uber and you helping them to get a car, and they drive it until the car is paid for. You make a percentage on every ride that they take, right? Like that. So it's a global startup. It's a global startup builder game, a decentralized economic city. So builders know exactly what to do next. Buyers know exactly why the project is viable, and the system scales without having to speculate. So that's it for this part. Just bring your ideas, get your believers, start working on this tomorrow. Now, stop here in a recording.